Hello and welcome, this is Mouse Gunner, and we're going to continue our playthrough of Space Hulk Ascension, continuing the Hammer and Anvil campaign with the Ultramarine Space Marine chapter. Now we just finished a very hard mission, and our next mission is now on impossible difficulty, and the last mission made me lose a little bit of my composure. I don't know what's going to happen in the next mission. In any case, we have a number of level ups to do, and we had a number of our unit members that died, so that we have to kind of essentially level up the guys that are replacing the guys that were killed. So one thing I'm going to do right away is I'm going to equip a power sword to our sergeant, and our sergeant is going to get a number of upgrades, but before I do that, I'd like to set up his equipment. For some reason, we don't have that Vox thing that we had before. Maybe that's... doesn't... Oh, was that a skill, maybe? That was a skill, probably. Yeah, there it is. Alrighty, and our equipment is going to be the motion detector, which I think is probably the only real useful equipment that we have available right now. Now let's do our attributes. So let's do the obvious ones first. Agility, perception. We have 6 more points to work with, so we'll give him a point in ballistic skill and another point in ballistic skill, maybe. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. No, we'll even him out. Give him a point there for his melee. Not that that made any difference for our other sergeant. Alright, let's continue on, just making sure we have... Okay, so this guy needs... is obviously someone that was killed, so let's give him obvious points as well. Agility, another point in agility, and then a point in ballistic skill. And unfortunately, he's only rank 3, which is kind of a detriment. Skills-wise, we're going to give him the heat management ability. And what did we give this guy? We gave him sustained fire bonus. Okay, I think that goes alright with the autocannon. And we did our attributes. Equipment-wise, I don't think either of these equipment pieces are really all that useful, so... we'll take the frag mine, not that I don't think it makes much of a difference. Okay. Alright, we unlocked 2 equipment pieces at level 4, apparently. Which I'm fine with those choices. Attributes, fine. Loadout, fine. Skills, fine. Okay, next guy. Okay. This guy apparently recently became level 4, so we'll give him a point of ballistic skill. And equipment-wise, I'm fine with what he has. Motion detector and frag. Mine. Okay, our librarian has not yet leveled up. Would be nice if he would have. Okay, our flamer guy did level up. I don't think we need 2 autocannons, so I'm going to keep this guy as a flamer. As a matter of fact, I almost think I like the flamers better than the autocannons, because I don't know 100% if you could reload the autocannon or not, but we'll keep the autocannon just to get a flavor, a flavor for it, or, figure out what all is entailed with that. With him, I'm going to give him a point of... I'm not sure if I'm going to give him a point of anything. I'll save the points. I'll give him another point of agility later. But skills-wise, he's probably fine. So, we have the option of using an assault cannon, but we're not going to. Okay, so level 3 guy. So this guy obviously died as well. So let's give him obvious points where he needs them. And equipment-wise, we'll give him a frag mine. And loadout-wise, he's fine. Skills-wise, we'll give him the heat management. Because that seems like the best skill unless you have unlocked other things. And this guy who just is always glitched out and saying that he needs to level up, even though he doesn't. Alright, I tried my best to make him stop saying he needs to level up, but I will bet you it stays. Yep. Okay. So now we need to do this mission. Now I have sped up the animation speed, hopefully getting into, you know, speeding up combat a little bit. Close bulkheads to force the Gene Stealers into a kill zone. Objectives: close 8 bulkhead doors. And this is herd the enemy to your guns. So, seeing how this is an impossible mission, I have a feeling this will be very tough to complete. And possibly the last mission, although the my save file said that I had this campaign 81% done, so I don't know if this is done or not. But our last mission, we essentially blew up the thing that should destroy the ship, so not sure what we're doing now, but let's go ahead and do the impossible mission, and hopefully we can get most of our guys to survive this mission. Okay, Auspex sweeps show a massive buildup of Gene Stealer life signs. Clearly the aliens are amassing in preparation for a final assault. If the strike force is to weather that storm, the battlefield must be one of the Ultramarines' choosing, as the Codex Astartes decrees. The captain has directed your squads to seal a series of bulkheads, forcing the Gene Stealers to attack from one direction, right into the guns of Macridge's finest. Hold off the enemy and close 8 bulkheads. Close 8 bulkhead doors. I'm assuming they're probably all over the map.
Your orders.
Okay. And once you, from what I understand, once you have closed a bulkhead door, you have closed that bulkhead door. It's closed. You cannot reopen it. At least I don't think so. Okay, so let's look at our map. So we have a series of doors here that we need to close. And we have a number of doors on the outer edges to close. So it looks like these doors are important to take care of. Yeah, I kind of get a highlight of where they are. I'm not really sure what is going on with them, actually, honestly. But, okay. So, as per usual, the map is pretty dark, so we don't know where exactly we need to go and where these hallways go. If there's a very direct route going this way, well, that would make this part easy. But we'll see how this goes. So, we have our level 3 guy here, and we have a number of level 4 guys. So, we'll start with our level 3 guy, so to get
I shall not fail.
vision on what's going on here, he's going to go this way. Okay. And move up one more space. And hopefully we don't get that tentacle garbage where the frickin' Gene Stealers yank you from 5 spaces away like last mission. Oh, I can't complain about that last mission enough, jeez. Okay, well this squad is going to go the other way.
Ready.
And so far it's looking pretty symmetrical, this map. So we're going to go here and put an Overwatch down. Okay, Overwatch.
Watching for enemy contact.
Alright. That, if anything, that's my one kind of criticism of the maps for this game, is they're usually very, very symmetrical. Which is kind of a bit weird. Okay, let's get our autocannon out. And get him up here.
Moving to target coordinates.
Okay. And get Marine over here out.
The Emperor's finest.
Put him up here.
Affirmative.
And then everybody else is just going to be coming in to support. So we're going to put our sergeant in and
The
here.
Emperor's finest.
And this will get him covering pretty much everybody with his command bonus. Alright, put this guy in here.
Clear a path.
And Overwatch.
The enemy will fall before me.
Get our librarian going down the middle. And as we saw in our last video, the librarian pretty much carried the day for us. So hopefully he will continue that trend.
Squad deployed.
Move this guy going that way. And
Going into Overwatch.
okay. I'm going to have the flamer
The Emperor's finest.
come here. You never can really tell what the best setup for this stuff is, especially when you've never played a mission before. Okay, there's our first turn. Alright, nothing on the scanners just yet. That was an unusually long computer turn, so that either means there's a lot of gene stealers out there, which would make sense considering that this is impossible difficulty. Alright, and because we have that command point, we can round this corner and put an Overwatch down. Which works
Watching for enemy
nicely.
contact.
Kind of hard to see what's going on up here. We will do more or less the same over here, although we have more action points to work with over here. Probably put him right here. I don't want to move him up too far.
Clear a path.
Okay.
Securing position.
Because it's kind of hard to tell what's going on in this hallway here. And the nice thing about Overwatch is you can always change your mind later. Alright, so let's think about what we're going to do here, because there is so many, like, you know, pathways here. And that right there looks like a vent. So we can expect possibly gene stealers to come from the flanks. We'll have this guy move up. Okay, we see our first spawner. And that's interesting. So this vent is going to be a problem. So what I'm going to do, because this looks like just a bend, is I'm going to move this guy here and put an Overwatch down.
Holding position.
I'm going to have this guy round this corner and look down this hall and see if we can make out what's going on down here. Okay, it's hard to tell if it keeps going or not. We do have a door, so I'm going to assume it does. So I'm going to move up 2 and put an Overwatch down. Any more than that, and I'll block the other guy's Overwatch. So I can be pretty pleased with that. We'll put a backup Overwatch here. Okay. Now this guy is going to move up here and put an Overwatch.
Overwatch protocol initiated.
And this guy is going to come around and be the backup Overwatch. Well, he's not going to have enough action points to do that, is he? So instead, he's going to move here. Well, I guess it doesn't make much difference. I'm just going to have him move behind. He's not going to be able to back up this
Yes,
turn.
brother. Moving.
Now this guy, well, first off, we'll have this guy come in and back up. This may be concentrating too many Marines in this area. And I'm going to bring my flamer up here
Clear a path.
so that if they do come through this vent, he can deal with it, because the guy with the flamer is the only one that can deal with the gene stealers coming through vents. Nobody else can deal with them until they're on the other side. So he's the only one that can shoot down a vent. So there's our second turn. Pretty good defensive setup.
Targets. We have movement.
We have a lot of movement. Alright, they must be just on the other side of the door, because my Overwatch is not able to see them. Interesting. Doesn't look like there's a door here. I'm not really sure what happened with this. Yeah, he had an Overwatch down, but for some reason it did not let him shoot. Interesting. Okay. So we'll use the autocannon here in a bit. I'm curious. It doesn't look like that guy is in the vent. This is the vent here. But we can always make sure. That would be kind of a bummer if this is like what I think it may be.
Objective lost.
If so, it might be important to... If there's a T section here, let's see. It's kind of hard to tell with that. So, we'll do... it's really hard to tell. I would assume if there was a T section here that would be able to get him. Alright, well, we'll hold off on that. It's so hard to tell what the heck's going on over here. Does this hallway widen? Alright, we'll have to figure that out a little later. Alright, so our autocannon. He got a 97% chance to hit. Why not?
The machine spirits guide my fire.
Okay. Oh, did it kill multiples? That would be cool if it did. Okay. We're going to move up with our autocannon. At least a couple of spaces. And we'll leave him there. Well, he could even move up another couple of spaces and still put down an Overwatch. Is this a dead end or not? Kind of hard to tell. So far the mission's been going well, but at the same time this is only a couple of turns in. So I guess I'll take the autocannon another couple of spaces. And Overwatch.
Scanning for enemy movement.
This guy's going to move up 4. And Overwatch.
Then will fall.
And this guy is going to move here. And I might do something with him in a little bit. Uh-oh, I lost track of my librarian. Oh, so our librarian and our sergeant are together. Okay, that makes that easy. Well, might as well use a psychic ability if I can. Okay, I can kill that one. But just barely. I'd like to wipe out as many as I can, so let's see. I might even be a little bit risky here. Move the librarian as far as he can move. And do this. That should get all of the ones that I know about. And I can kind of see how the hallways go now. So I was kind of worried about this, and it seems like my worries were unfounded. So what I'd like to do with him is just turn him around and have him move up. And then my sergeant is going to move up, open the door, and then put an Overwatch down. And because he's got decent perception range, we know that there's not really anything in this circle. Okay. I think we're pretty well set up to move then with these guys. So we're going to move up. Not sure if I want to move him the full distance. Okay. Because we plugged that up and this vent is really not a worry anymore, I am going to go around this way. And just as a precaution, I'm going to have this guy turn around. Hard to tell what's going on here, if that's a dead end or not. Okay, and we have these guys to move. Okay, so there's a bend here. So there's not a straight shot from here. So I don't really have a whole lot to worry about from the Gene Stealers this turn. So we're going to put down our Overwatch.
Overwatch protocol initiated.
We're going to have these guys follow up. And here.
Clear a path.
Put a backup Overwatch down.
Affirmative.
Alright, I think we have a pretty good, strong position as of this turn to deal with a lot of situations. Okay, I knew that would be high action. Kind of suspected some action here too.
Multiple targets acquired. Targets.
The autocan's doing a fantastic job mowing them down. Our sergeant had some action as well. Fortunately, he jammed up, so they're able to advance. Okay. Well, we're really close to being able to shut down this spawner. If this space counts, which I don't know if it does, it doesn't look like it, that would have been convenient. But the way this is kind of like zigzagged in there, it's going to be hard to deal with these Gene Stealers. And it looks like the spawner's right on top of where the door is, so that's another concern. Okay. Well, what I'm thinking here is I'm going to have this guy who turned around be our advancing guard. He'll be able to move all the way up to there and then put an Overwatch down.
Acknowledged.
Which is good. Is this a bend here that they can get around? That would be bad if it is.
Holding position.
We may be able to deal with that though if it is. So we go here, turn, Overwatch. It limits how many shots he has to work with, but I think that's a good precaution because we don't know if this is a link or not. Which it very may well be, so that was a good precaution. And the moving cooled them off, so that's good. Okay. So clearly we can go this way. So 4 turn Overwatch, and unfortunately he has to deal with these guys. But it seems like the best move. And it looks like there's a spawner on top of every single one of these doors. So once I close the door, essentially that spawner's done. This is kind of a risky move to do, though. But I don't feel like we have a choice. I mean, I could always make it safer by getting the librarian involved, which we may very well do. Really close to shutting this bulkhead off. I'm going to bring the flamer up here. We might need it next turn. See, this is a very high risk move. It may work off. It might work, but at the same time it might not. We're going to do it anyway, though. And if we need to, we'll run in with our librarian and take care of anyone. Okay, that worked out. And we're going to put an Overwatch down, which should cover him. Looks like there's a hallway in here that we can't see that gene stealer. So this map it's very tight because it's a lot of tight corridors, one space wide corridors, but there is a lot of like spider webs of corridors. So there's so many directions the gene stealers come at you. So, which is part of the reason why it is such a difficult mission. We're going to get our autocannon guy up. To at least here.
Stay alert, brother.
Okay, we have our librarian here. We have an Overwatch here that needs to do some things.
The machine spirits have answered my prayers.
Alright. So how many action points do we have? We have 4 right now. I'm thinking just one shot, and then reload and cool down. It's a long shot, but on the other hand, we have, alright, let's see how many action points we really have. Okay, so we have 6 action points. So we have 4 to deal with. So I'm thinking aimed shot is what we're going to go with. I'm going to do an aimed fire, which is going to boost it up to 63%, which did exactly what we needed it to. We're going to reload, cool down,
Obstruction removed.
and Overwatch.
They will fall.
And he did exactly what we needed him to do. Okay. So the question is where to put the librarian, and I think the answer is backing up this action as much as possible because it is a very important action. The only thing is I want to get back some psychic points this turn, so we're going to use the psychic skill to meditate. Then we're going to use whatever spaces he has left over to move. And I don't think he's in range to do anything. Nope. Alright, we're very close to shutting down these 3 bulkheads. And maybe that's what we needed to do rather than split up our guys. Focus on particular sections. Unfortunately, I don't have enough action points to lock down this area, so we're just going to round this corner and put down an Overwatch, which is the best we can do.
Brothers.
And this guy is going to move 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're not going to get to him this turn, so this guy's going to move here to back up. And this guy's just going to move up. Okay, so far so good. Our sergeant is kind of just sitting here, keeping down an Overwatch. These guys are kind of creeping up, trying to get to this bulkhead door. And these guys are working on these 3 over here. So let's end our turn and see what happens. Oh, okay, that guy could get closer to me than I thought he would be able to. Okay, we've got autocannon action. Our autocannon may be out of ammo.
Enemy sighted.
And they're kind of overwhelming his gun's ability to do stuff. Okay, so now we have a major problem here that we have to take care of. So, kill him. Alright. And then we have to think about what we're going to do here, because he has enough action points to move there and put an Overwatch down, but it's probably not wise. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, we have 2 guys here. Well, let's do the sergeant, because that's a little bit more obvious of an action.
Resuming fire.
So, cool down. It looks like we get about the same thing we did last time, which is an aimed fire at one of them. We'll do the one that's closest, obviously. It wasn't a very high chance to hit, unfortunately, and because of the situation, I don't feel like we have enough action points to do anything other than reload, cool down,
The machine spirits have answered
and
my prayer.
Overwatch. So hopefully our Overwatch is a little bit better this time around. Okay, so our autocannon is out of ammo. We can reload it. It costs 4 action points to do so, but he can at least keep his Overwatch up. So that's good. I don't know how if we get another reload. Okay. So he did that much. And we might as well use his last action point to... Yeah, he still has an Overwatch. To cool down.
Weapon functional.
So he can at least keep that vision going. Now, there's a number of ways we can deal with this. But I think using our Psyker is the best move, because then we can run up. And where's the bulkhead? Right here. Close that. So does that mean you're on the other side of the bulkhead door when you close it? Or is this the bulkhead? Okay, so do we have enough action points to make it? The answer to that question is no, we don't. Oh, if we took the Overwatch off, we would just get there, but we wouldn't have enough action points to actually close it. Which is a problem. So unfortunately, it looks like 1, 2, put down an Overwatch. We'll get a shot off as well. Alright, well he did a good job there. That was a fantastic job. So he's going to reload. And moving any further than he is kind of a pointless action. So we're going to cool down.
Weapon operational.
Overwatch. Because next turn he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, shut the thing down. At least that's the theory. Okay, so the question is, what do we do now? Well, I'm thinking this guy needs to come up here and put down an Overwatch.
Overwatch protocol initiated.
And this guy needs to get closer. We're going to move him to here so he can reload. So do our reload and Overwatch.
Scanning for enemy movement.
So we're getting close, we're getting close. The flamer needs to come up. Preferably here and there. That way, next turn, he can hose this room down, which seems like a bigger room. If need be. Now, what do we do with the librarian? Well, the librarian clearly needs to come in and back up this action down here. But if he can help out other places, he will. So let's see what we've got as far as psychic abilities. Psychic Storm area. It doesn't look like he can do anything here. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he can be all that useful for us. See, we can put down a force barrier. Nope, nowhere useful. So let's not do that. So instead, he's just going to move as far as he can move down here to back up this action. Although, maybe I could have used him over here. As a matter of fact, now that I think about it, that was probably a bad idea. Because I could have wiped these guys out and put down Overwatches. And now these guys are kind of just stuck where they are. I move 3, I turn, that's 4. Oh, did he not have an Overwatch down? Oh, I took it off because he killed that guy that was in front of him. I don't think I have a choice. I gotta... because this guy's not moving. Yeah, that was a definite misplay. I should have come over here with a librarian, zapped these guys, and then made these guys come forward. That was unfortunate that that happened. But by putting him over here, I'm guaranteeing that this action over here will probably be more successful. So this guy definitely needs to reload. Cool down.
Weapon operational.
Put an
The
overwatch
enemy
down.
will fall before
He's gonna
me.
put an overwatch down.
Securing position.
And then he's gonna put an overwatch down. Until I can solve this
Stay
riddle,
alert, brothers.
that's what I'm gonna have to do. Okay, so... That looks like the turn.
Move it, brothers.
Okay, we killed that guy.
Target.
Killed that guy. We got overwatches down here.
Weapon jammed.
Yeah, I kind of saw that coming.
They approach.
Well, actually, that wasn't that bad of a turn. So I'm just gonna... well... Why can't I get in there? Oh, is it just 4 and then action point to use that? Huh. Let's take this off. It's cool down.
Obstruction removed.
Oh no. I may have just screwed myself. I just screwed myself. Gosh dang it. I should have taken the overwatch off first, and that cooldown motion was stupid. God dang it. He's going to have to hold out another turn.
Resuming fire.
Unfortunately, I just screwed that turn royally. Well, we can do better this time, I guess. Have this guy come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Oh well, we'll get all of them at once this time. Just keep him there, I think. Although he does need to reload. What I can do to kind of maximize the chance of getting this done is move the flamer up, then do something like this. Guess it doesn't really matter, just do that. That way they can't spawn here. The next turn he can just run in and do it. This guy, to maximize his chances, I'm going to run the librarian up. I'm going to put a force barrier down. Unfortunately, it's one space short. So yeah, that didn't work. Could have worked if we had just had one extra space. We would have put it right there, and then he could have run in. Putting it here doesn't do us any good. Well, it kind of does. Oh, what the heck. I already did the move. I'll do it. We'll put it here. That keeps them there. Limits how many will spawn in, and I don't have to deal with it this turn. And we will turn our asses around. And even step 1.
Objective lost.
Okay. So we should be kind of set up for next turn to get those 3 bulkheads closed. Unfortunately, these guys are still kind of stuck in limbo until I can turn. The only thing is, if he doesn't kill that guy, that's it. That's all he gets to do. So, I apologize, but I'm going to do the safe move until I can guarantee that these guys are going to get up and not be killed. Okay, over here. No, not over there. Over here. Looks like he took care of business. So, we'll do
Weapon
that.
operational.
Alright. So, next turns are going to be our turn. Alright, so let's end the turn. Keep an eye over here. Alright, that Overwatch worked. Hopefully this Overwatch holds out.
Enemy sighted.
Uh-oh. Is that our Broodlord?
Beware the alien.
Okay, let's see. How do you... I don't know. Oh yeah, Broodlord. Yep. Immensely strong, durable, agile melee fighters, dwarfing even the massive Terminators. Immune to psychic attacks. Oh, I hit him once. He has 2 out of 3 hit points. Okay, that's interesting. And I have a very small chance of hitting him, oddly enough. Okay, that's interesting. I'm going to have to deal with that. Okay, so we do have a number of Gene Stealers in here, which our Librarian is going to take care of. So, Psychic Storm is going to go... Huh. Okay, whatever. He's not going to do that. Instead, I'm just going to count on the move and fire action working. Alright, so take your stupid Overwatch off so we actually can see what you're doing here. Okay, we're going to move all the way up here. I don't care how this action works out. He's just going to do it.
Target.
Okay. Now he's going to use... Okay, so I'm assuming this closed door thing is what we need to do. And is that a Broodlord too? So let's do that. There. One done. So the Broodlord shouldn't be able to get through. At least in theory. Okay, so our Flamer. Well, unfortunately, it looks like I gotta use him to do something. Oh good, this guy's blocking this, so they can't spawn anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Take your Overwatch off so I can actually see what you're doing. Go here.
Initiating attack protocol.
Your Overwatch did exactly what it needed to do. Closed door. Fortunately, I don't think closing this bulkhead door is what we need to do this turn. Instead, I need to do this, because otherwise these guys are that guy's gonna die. So kind of hard to tell how this room is shaped. I want to get as much of it as I can, so we're going to do a couple different Flamer attacks just to see what it looks like. Okay, so definitely it's just a one thing here. So I want to use probably this and put it there. That'll hold them off for the meantime.
Let them fall.
And then we can turn this way and move this way. There we go. And then we can easily get that next turn, because this is blocked, so nobody can spawn in here. Okay. So, That was a long process to get 3 doors taken care of, and we have another 1, 2, 3, well, another 5 to take care of. So, I'm going to move couples. I don't think that's wise to do right now. Let's just keep him as is. We definitely need to do stuff with this guy. We definitely need to do stuff over here. Okay, so I can finally put an Overwatch down. It is risky. But I get up.
Weapon at the ready.
So this guy is going to move here. An Overwatch.
Affirmative.
And this guy is going to move here. An Overwatch. And now that we have most of that taken care of, I'm going to send the librarian where he's needed, essentially, which is the other side of the map. So let's just go as far as we can. See what his reach is. I doubt it's good enough. Nope. Okay, that's fine. He'll be usable next turn. Okay. So this is the last guy that we need to work with. And just thinking about what I'm going to do here, probably take care of the normal Gene Stealer first. Okay, so he has 6 more action points. Definitely I need to get a higher bonus on that guy. Unfortunately, I have to consider the Overwatch next turn. So I'm going to shoot at him once, and then I'm just going to use the rest of the turn to get my bolter in operational. Okay, you do get a sustained fire bonus on him. So we're going to cool off.
Obstruction removed.
Yeah, I think that's too risky. If I shoot again, there's a 50% chance to hit, but I only have 1 action point, which I'd have to use to reload. He wouldn't be able to put up a very good Overwatch. So reload. Cool down.
Clear to fire.
Overwatch.
Securing area.
I don't know if that sustained fire bonus is going to help him for the Overwatch. Hopefully it will. But that is more or less the turn. I can't think of anything else we need to do. Other than maybe move this guy. Yeah, that's good. That's a good call. So we can do one of 2 things with him. We can either back up over here, or we can back up over here. I'm thinking backing up over here is the wiser move. And then maybe we can move the sergeant over here and him over there, and then we can, yeah, do 2 Overwatches on this hall. Okay, so that's set up for next turn. Let's go ahead and end the turn and work on what we need to work on. Okay, this is crucial over here. Alright, looks like he got it. Got him. Alright, we killed the Broodlord. We have another Broodlord. Unfortunately.
Enemy sighted.
Okay. So this worked perfectly. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take off his Overwatch and run his ass in here to shut down the spawner. Which is great. Unfortunately, there's not a direct path to the spawner. I mean, to the door, which is fine. We're just going to turn him this way, so at least he is facing danger. This guy is going to move up to here. Put an Overwatch.
Weapon at the ready.
This guy is going to go here. You know what? I just kind of screwed that up. I'm gonna have him go here instead. Back this guy up because there's 2 doors over there. I definitely need that. Okay, so we're close to closing another 2 doors down. Let's go ahead and just close this door down now.
Affirmative.
So door close. So that's 3 out of 8. Alright, and we just need him to turn around. Go here. Okay, this guy needs to come out. Here, turn.
We have contact.
Okay, he's gonna reload. Oh, okay, well, thought he had points to do overwatches. I guess I misplayed that. I want to do 4, 5. And reload. Okay. Now, he's going to move up to here.
Enemy sighted.
Enemy sighted, but not shootable, apparently. Put an overwatch down.
Overwatch protocol initiated.
Move to here. Turn.
Securing position.
And overwatch.
Weapon at the ready.
And the librarian is going to come up this way. Because it's going to take too long to go around that way. He's going to come up this way. What I'd like him to do is put down a force barrier, but I don't think he can put it where I'd like him to put it down. Okay, so that's over there. Now we have this guy, and he has a Broodlord up in his in his face. The Broodlord only has 1 hit point left, so let's just kill him. Okay, let's just kill him. There we go.
Weapon jammed.
All right, that's fine. Now you can reload. Cool down.
Clear to fire.
Cool down again.
Resuming fire.
Overwatch.
Securing area.
Okay, that's pretty much our team. Hopefully these guys don't do anything bad and murder me. So it's going to be ultra hard to keep everybody in focus here. So do my best. Okay, I expected
No
stuff down
mercy.
here.
They are close, brothers. Hostile targets ahead.
Yeah, I expected that as well. Well, we have an answer to that. And it's standing right here.
Affirmative.
It's called a flamer. The question is, can we get all of those guys? Let's try this attack. It doesn't look like it makes a difference, so we'll get as many as we can with this. On the other hand, what we could do is use this guy to shoot this guy. Oh, come on, don't do this to me.
The machine spirits guide my fire.
And hey, he might as well shoot this guy. No, I said shoot this guy.
Weapon
Okay.
malfunction.
That's less the flamer has to deal with. So now we're going to just reload, because it doesn't matter what his heat level is at the moment. Now the flamer can do one of these, because this is just a straight corridor and fill up as much area as possible.
The machine spirits guide my fire.
And then this guy, and move up a couple of spaces. And then this guy is just going to move up as far as he can, because we don't need an overwatch, because this area is already being held, more or less. And that's a lot of gene stealers. Okay, so that's that area taken care of. Okay, this guy didn't really have much happen to him. A lot of action here. So what we're going to do, have our librarian run as far as he can. Uh-oh, is that a vent? It very much is. Although his sensor should say if there's anybody in the vent. And then he's going to use his psychic storm, hopefully. No. Dang it. Because that is a lot of gene stealers over there. Okay. So we're going to have to wait for that. This guy is going to move up a couple spaces. We're just essentially going to do a moving overwatch. Here we're going to move forward a couple of spaces. He's going to need to reload, so we might as well just do that now. And we can move up that far, and then
Moving to target coordinates.
maybe shouldn't have moved up that far, but oh well. Overwatch.
Order confirmed. Holding.
And he is going to just move up right in line
Affirmative.
with that and Overwatch.
They will fall.
Okay. That guy just needs to stay put, more or less. I think we'd be safe to move here
Moving out.
and then Overwatching.
Securing area.
Okay, so now we have this area that needs taken care of. So I can get in here and shut this door. Well, I can get in there. And because it's blocked, I don't have to worry about it. The only thing is, should I, is the question. Or I could just move one space forward, put down an Overwatch. Because these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they could pretty much get behind him and murder him if he is not careful. So we'll put down an Overwatch.
Stay alert, brothers.
We'll move this guy up to here to put down a backup
Securing
Overwatch.
position.
This guy's going to keep moving forward because there's nothing really stopping him. And he's going to move to right there and Overwatch.
Objective locked.
I know we have one more action point, but I like to keep a little bit of a buffer in between the door.
Going into Overwatch.
Okay, so we're getting there. We're about to shut down another 2, which would give us 5, and then we have 3 over here that we're getting close to with these 3, technically. Okay, so I'd say we're ready to go. So let's go ahead and do our turn. Looking over here seems to be the more important area. You know, this mission I don't think is literally as hard as the other mission
My soldier has failed me.
that I just did. So I think that impossible difficulty is actually kind of a bit untrue. Alright, what opened? I heard a door open. Alright, well that's fine. Alright, so this guy, I don't really... I just need him to get to the door and to open it. So, I mean, you know, whatever. Close it.
Clear a path.
Hopefully he can do that without looking directly at it. Let's see. Nope, he has to look directly at it, so he doesn't have enough action points for that. So, this guy's job is essentially to not only kill this guy, but also watch this guy's back. So, very important move here.
Cleanse and burn.
And he did more or less that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm assuming that this Gene Stealer he can get behind, but he cannot kill this turn, and he does have to get through the Overwatch. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put down an effective Overwatch.
Weapon functional.
And
Order
hopefully
confirmed.
stop the
Holding.
Gene Stealer. Okay. So let's go back over here. And we have a whole bunch of mess over here to deal with. So I'm definitely going to send the Flamer up a little bit. Fortunately, moves there, he's kind of blocking things, so he might have to move here. Alright, let's see what he can do with the Flamer. Well, not a whole lot of anything. That looks like the best he can do. So, guess what? That's what he's going to do.
Cleanse the monstrosity.
Okay. And he's going to move here.
Affirmative.
And wait. This guy is going to move up to here. Well, you know what? There's no reason not to move him up as far as he can.
We have contact.
Fortunately, you can't see through Overwatches and shoot through Overwatch. I mean, not Overwatches, through fire. So, you know what? That might have been totally boneheaded. So that I don't replicate the mistake, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just move this guy up that far. Because I might have needed the Flamer to hose down this area, and that was not really smart for me to not do that. Okay. So I don't think I really need him anymore to take these guys out, because I think that has been pretty much taken care of. And we may be able to attack this door from this direction. Fortunately, I don't have the action points to take advantage of it this turn, but next turn I will. So now we need to kill as many of those Gene Stealers as we can, huh? So I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is turn. Then he can put down an Overwatch. Okay. So here we have 4 turn Overwatch.
Xenos contact spotted.
Okay. Now we use Psychic Ability, Psychic Storm area. Oh my, he's just short of being able to get them all. Well, there's no reason not to do it, because it will kill 3.
Hostile targets ahead.
Okay. Now he can put down his Overwatch.
Securing area.
This guy will move here and here, as we discussed. And Overwatch.
Let them come.
Don't think the Sergeant has enough action points to move up here in Overwatch, and going here and Overwatching just gets in the way. So he's going to move up to here, and that's it. And he'll put an Overwatch down, not that it will be all that effective, but as a precaution. Alright, I think this guy doesn't have anything to worry about now, so he's going to move up as far as he can. Let's just move the, take the Overwatch off. Okay, and unfortunately we lost our overlay, so we can't actually see how far he can move, but we know it's about there. Okay, and this is going to be a really long mission, obviously. I kind of thought it would be, because this is a very difficult mission. Obviously, the important bits are over here and over here. It's going to be hard to keep eyes on both, so we'll do this. Okay. Good. Perfect.
I have movement, brothers.
Okay, that Overwatch actually turned out to be a really good Overwatch. Alright, that
Target.
Gene Stealer got blown away. Alright, fantastic. So it looks like we're pretty well set up here to take care of business. So, this guy's going to do his job and close that door. Then he's going to move. He's going to turn around. And then he only has 3 action points, so he's going to reload. And he's going to put down a really crappy Overwatch. This guy is just going to keep his Overwatch up, because he doesn't really have a choice. And this guy is going to round this corner, turn, and Overwatch. So we're closing in on the door. We may just have to throw bodies at the door and to get it closed. We'll have to find out.
Order confirmed. Holding.
Okay. That is a mess of Gene Stealers over there. Okay, so here we move up to here, and I think we can put a pretty effective Overwatch down this hallway. So let's do that.
Overwatch.
Now the problem is, how do we clear out this mess? I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He only has 6 action points, so he can get to here, turn, but not be able to fire. So unfortunate for me that that is the case. This guy, on the other hand, has a major problem because he cannot Overwatch both directions. So it turns out this move that I ended up doing is going to actually cost me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, it's going to cost me dearly. What we may have to do is actually back up a space and Overwatch, and because 1, 2, 3, 4 Overwatch. Well, I kind of need to be here, huh? Oh, I don't know how this is going to go. If I had moved that guy right behind, I would have been able to Overwatch both areas and been fine. Okay, so we have this Overwatched, so do we just move all the way and put down an Overwatch? Or do we not do that? Tough questions. Not easy answers. I say move all the way up, that way we can maximize our storm, our psychic storm ability and its lethality. And that looks like maximum death. So let's see here. How does this hallway go? It's hard to say. Ha ha ha, I think I can do something naughty. Kind of hard to tell how this turns. So we'll do this. Caution. Lock down that spawner. As far as we can. Down an Overwatch here. And yeah, I know I blocked my guy here, but I don't think that Overwatch is all that useful anymore.
Overwatch protocol initiated.
Let's just take it off. And instead, move him up here.
Yes, brother. Moving.
I think that this move may actually work this turn. It's extremely dangerous. But at the same time, I think the reward is worth it. And if it doesn't work out, well, I'm an idiot. Now he will move up. That way we can take advantage of the fire next turn. And he will come up and back up.
Yes, brother. Moving.
So I'm pretty sure these 3 doors are going to go down soon.
They will fall.
And we only have this door to take care of over here. It's going to be pretty much impossible for me to keep an eye on both directions. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. More is banked on this direction, though. It's kind of hard. So that's what we're going to do. I'll try and go where the action is, actually.
Hostile target.
Okay, looks like it's starting up here.
Targets.
Okay. Looks like it's paying off.
Targets.
He's about to overheat.
They are close.
Overheated. Alright, they got up in him, but he was able to wipe them out. Okay, if this guy wipes these guys out...
My weapon is jammed.
Alright, awesome. Okay, this guy is just going to straight up run for this door. Or if he can't do that, at least he'll block the spawner down. Let's do that. I wonder how this hallway connects to things. Not that it probably matters. Well, we'll do this for now. Looks like there's a door here. And we'll turn him this way. He has to stay here to keep the spawner locked down. But the great thing about him is we can move up here and use this guy to close the door. So we're going to reload and move a space up. This guy is just going to come up right behind. Alright, I think we're making good progress here. You know what we're actually going to do? We're gonna end up going just, well, you know what, just to be, I don't know. We'll turn around. What the heck? And move here. Another body going that way. Can't hurt. Okay, now we have to deal with guys right up in my grill. And this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5. 6 gets him there, he won't be able to, but he'll be able to shut down the spawner, which is a good thing. So, all we have to do is clear out these 3 gene stealers and we can shut down the spawner. So let's try and do that. No, let's not do that. Okay, so we have an overheat problem.
Weapon operational.
So we got bolter fire, 79% chance. Let's do that. Okay, we've got 69% chance.
No
We
mercy.
have a 75% chance.
My bolter has failed me.
And then he backs up. And then this guy moves up like this. Ooh, I like that. We blocked the other spawner too. Okay, so have him take off his overwatch. Oh good, he has maybe, no he doesn't have enough because he has to actually face. So he was just shy of being able to have enough action points to do that. But what I'm thinking here is we do this, we lock down the other spawner, and we ran out of action points. I thought I had 1 extra. Well, that was a mistake, but we shut down the spawner. Yeah, massive mistake. So what we'll do here is it looks like I have to go that way to get to the door. I'm going to try, and I'll have this guy run for it. We have to cover this guy with Overwatch and hope he doesn't die. Okay, and then we have this guy moved to here. He keeps the spawner locked down and on Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Okay. And we might even have him go forward, actually. Because we can just have the librarian come up. And that's what we're probably going to do. Yeah. Because I may be able to wipe these guys out with psychic abilities, so we're going to move 3 forward. 3 forward. No, not, well, maybe not that quite close. Go 2 forward. Put down our Overwatch.
Order confirmed. Holding.
Okay, so this guy, he can lock down the spawner for us. Well, actually, he can't too. So, there we go. And if we can use psychic abilities to wipe these guys out, then the more merrier. Yes, sir. Okay, so this mission's pretty much over then. Because all we have to do now is get the doors closed. Everything else is done for us. The spawners are locked down. We have 4 doors, but we're on top of all of them. So let's just end our turn and see how things play out. Yep, alright. That looks like maybe the last of this mission. Took almost an hour and 20 minutes. Not too bad, considering that it was impossible difficulty. Unfortunately, we didn't have quite enough action points to do what we needed to do. Let's move here. Put down an Overwatch just as a precaution, not that I think we need it.
Stay alert, brothers.
Move here and turn around and put an Overwatch down. Not again that I think we need it.
Holding position.
So that guy ran out of action points. That's alright, that's alright. Okay, so this guy, he can shut this door. Okay, this guy, he can't quite get to the door, but he's close. It would be better just to have my sergeant go. Let's take the Overwatch off. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay. This guy definitely has enough action points. So we'll do that. And close door. And we are just essentially waiting for next turn. So let's just speed things on here. There shouldn't be anything bad going on. Okay, so this guy is going to close this door. That's 7. And lastly, we do this door.
Advance, brothers.
And there we have it. I honestly thought that the previous mission we did was harder than this mission. The rating of impossible difficulty, this actually wasn't that hard. Pretty much all they did was they just threw everything at you. But it was actually really easy, because once you shut a door, you shut a spawner down permanently. And then the mission's easy, essentially, after that. So, just, using good defensive positioning and, and good strategy, it's pretty easy to lock down those spawners. So our last mission, I'm assuming, is this one. And it's also ranked as impossible, which it may be harder than the past mission, but I find that kind of an unreliable test of how difficult the mission is. But in any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.